Welcome back. It is 7:13, and that midnight funding deadline has now come and gone, and as many people feared, Republicans and Democrats failed to agree on a bill here. So this morning, we are waking up to a partial shutdown of the federal government. Political science professor Stephen Caliendo joins us now to discuss what this means here in the short term and also how long the standoff could last. Professor Caliendo, thank you for being here. Let me start off by asking you to kind of sum up what got us into this position in the first place here.
We'll blame the founding fathers.
Yes, yeah, exactly. We'll go all the way back.
They set up a system that was designed to have checks and balances, and Congress is responsible for appropriating funds. The executive branch is simply responsible for spending it, but we have had a system in recent history where presidents were very involved in setting national priorities, and so Republicans in the House and the Senate are very aligned with President Trump's priorities. Democrats don't have any particular power, but because there's the threat of the filibuster always in the Senate, they can thwart things, and that's exactly what happened. They haven't allowed spending bills to go through.
In the past, we have seen deadlines like this loom and these two sides coming together to eke out something that keeps the government up and running, at least temporarily.
Continuing resolutions.
Exactly, a continuing resolution. Why did that not happen this time?
I think the Democrats think that they're in a better position to negotiate during a shutdown. I don't know that they're right about that, but I think that the Republicans have been pretty clear that they're only going to be negotiating when the government is open. And so it's almost like if you think about your sports teams, and we're not going to do contract negotiations during the season. We only do them in the off season. The Republicans are kind of holding a hard line on that. Democrats are saying the only pressure we don't have control of the courts, the Congress, or the executive branch. This is the only control we have to try to get the people, the general public, on our side, and that's what they're going to try to do.
They're exercising that little bit of control.
That's right.
Okay, so let's talk about what this actually means. We've heard about some of the museums and stuff shut down, federal workers there, but we talking about an impact on day-to-day services?
Not essential day-to-day services. I mean, the flights are going to continue, but the TSA agents, the air traffic controllers, they're going to be asked probably to go to work without being paid. Now, they'll get back pay when the government opens again, but they're essential workers. They're going to be asked to go to work. Veterans benefits should continue. People should continue to get, get their Social Security checks, et cetera. Things are going to slow down, though, and as you said, tourism is going to be hit for sure. The real interesting part about all of this time with this president and this budget director and Russ Vought is that they're looking to cut the federal government. And so what the Democrats, I think, haven't really thought through is that they're giving a lot of power to the executive branch, because during a shutdown, president can do layoffs. The executive branch can do layoffs. They would like to get rid of some of these programs for good, or some of these federal workers for good. Things that DOJ wasn't able to accomplish, they may be able to accomplish during a government shutdown. And so I don't know how incentivized the president's going to be, actually, to get Republicans to reopen the government if he can get some of his agenda through this way.
You mentioned when we were in break, the longest shutdown lasted...
I think it was 37 days.
37 days is the longest?
That's right.
How long do you see this stand? I mean, I know you don't have a crystal ball, but given the dynamic, like how long, how long could we be talking here?
Well, as I said, I think the president is sort of incentivized to sort of keep this going, especially if he and his budget folks can sort of make some cuts. The problem is, if you remember, the last time the government shut down, it stopped because 10 air traffic controllers called in sick to work. So they're essential workers. They called in sick. We were already sort of at a premium for air traffic controllers. That really affected international travel, and the politicians decided, well, we can't have this. And so if something like that happens, if people refuse to go to work, essential workers refuse to go to work, that could end the shutdown more quickly.
They're being asked, I mean, to clarify, they're being asked to work, to show up as essential workers. No pay.
Yeah, not even asked. I mean, they're expected to show up because they could lose their jobs permanently if they don't show up, and so they don't have much of a choice.
Okay. All right. In your mind, we got a couple seconds left. What would it take to potentially resolve this?
Well, I think it's going to have to be in the Republicans' hands. I know that sounds counterintuitive because it's the Democrats who sort of aren't agreeing to sort of get to where the Republicans want. But the Republicans have all the control. They're going to have to bring people to the table and have the conversations. And so we'll see if they're incentivized to do that.
Okay. Hopefully sooner than later. Thank you, sir. Always good to see you. Good to see you in person.
Thank you.
For one.